Hi everyone, I am coming to you with news, an update regarding public charge. Unfortunately, it's not good news, but it's extremely important, and we know how important it is for all of you who are going through the immigration process to have up-to-date information regarding what is going on in the world of immigration and how it impacts you. And so the public charge rule is now again in force. And so I will jump into what that means here shortly, but first I'd like to introduce myself and our firm if you're new to our channel. My name is attorney Megan Pastrana from Corrado Pastrana, the immigration firm for couples. We're dedicated exclusively to assisting couples navigate the immigration process, from adjustment of status and consular processing to fiancé visas, naturalization, and removal of conditions. And so we know how important it is, like I said, for you to have up-to-date information regarding what's going on in immigration, in the world of immigration as it relates to couples. Basically, everyone in our law firm has gone through an immigration process personally or with their spouse. And so we know how stressful the process is. We know how important it is for you to have updated information and understand the impacts on your immigration journey. So if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that now. We provide at least weekly updates with what's going on in immigration and also just general educational information. We also have a Facebook group called Immigration for Couples. We'd love to have you join. The link is below. And last but not least, if you like this video and the information we're sharing, please give it a thumbs up. This will allow YouTube to share this information with other viewers who can benefit from all of the information we share. So let's jump in. As I mentioned, it's information regarding bad news as it relates to public charge. Unfortunately, you can refer back to all the prior videos on our channel to kind of see the history of everything that's been happening with public charge. Very quickly, just to give you an overview if you're new to this, public charge is an area of immigration law that's been around for a long time that basically says an immigrant cannot be a public charge, has to be self-sufficient and can't receive public benefits. And so that's always traditionally been shown through a Form I-864 affidavit of support. What happened was earlier this year, February 24th of 2020, new information or new policies rather were released, making that requirement even more strict, releasing the Form I944 and requiring that the immigrant provide even more information, even more documentation regarding debts and assets, credit score, among many other things, but just making an additional hurdle for any immigrant going through an immigration process. And so basically what has happened over the past months is public charge, those changes were released and then they were stopped and then they were started and then stopped, and it has just been an extremely difficult journey for anyone who's going through the process this year because of public charge changes, also because of COVID and so many other things that are happening in the world. And so on November 2nd, 2020, you'll see my video from a few days ago, public charge, a district court in Illinois had stopped public charge, saying that the Department of Homeland Security or Immigration had violated something called the Administrative Procedures Act. And so that was great news, and we were all so excited because that meant that individuals going through the immigration process would not have to provide all of that additional documentation and that Form I-944. However, now a Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals has stayed that decision of the lower district court, basically saying DHS immigration, they've appealed that decision, and they are staying, or they're allowing, rather, in normal terms, not legal jargon, that they're allowing that public rule to remain in place. So that means, in short, that means the I-944 form, the Declaration of Self-Sufficiency, all of that additional evidence is still required. And we know that that is disheartening news for anybody who's going through the process to hear that that's back again if you're just starting in your immigration journey and having to fill that all out. But I want to try to also let you know kind of what's coming down the pipeline, what we might see. It's hard for anybody to know exactly, but this back and forth, this roller coaster of it's public charge, all these new rules apply, now they don't, yes they do. It's just maddening. So what's going to happen now is there's a lot of different lawsuits, a lot of things going on related to public charge. And if there are multiple appeals courts that ultimately have different opinions about whether or not public charge is lawful or not, or rather whether these new changes, all of these additional requirements for public charge, if those are lawful or not, if they have different opinions, if the appeals courts have different opinions, this could be something that could go to the Supreme Court. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Every time we think we have new information, it keeps changing. Don't worry, we'll keep our channel updated, our YouTube channel, our Facebook group will provide you with up-to-date information. Hang on tight, it's going to continue to be a roller coaster. But I don't want to just provide you with what I would say is not great news, what's negative news. I also want to try to provide all of you with some inspiration for our Friday, for our weekend. I know it's been a rough week. I know if you're going through an immigration process, it's been brutal. Our hearts hurt for you. We know how hard it is. Like I said, a lot of us in the office, basically everyone in the office has gone through an immigration process personally with their spouse. We know immigration is always a roller coaster, and all of these additional things that are going on in the world have just made it harder. But please know, I want to give you a little silver lining, a little nugget of hope that our office is still working hard. We're still advocating for all of our clients. We're still successfully helping people to get their green cards, to be able to complete a process, to be with their spouse, to have work permits, to have status in the United States. And we're still being successful. We're still helping hundreds of clients. And while it's hard, just know we're still here. We're still by your side. If you're just starting your immigration journey and you're needing assistance, please feel free to use the link below to book a consultation with one of our attorneys. Our appointments come with a mini course that it gives you options as it relates to whatever type of case you happen to be going through, but gives you options regarding marriage and fiance visas, so you have that knowledge going into your appointment. And yeah, we hope to see you in an appointment if you're needing help. If you're in the middle of your case and needing help, you can also book a consultation using the link below. And we hope you have a great weekend. Hang in there, everyone. We'll keep you updated. Thanks.